Welcome to the historic Chandragiri Fort, also known as the Lower Fort and Upper Fort of Chandragiri, located in the village of Chandragiri, Tirupati district, which is 16 kilometers distant from the famous Hindu pilgrimage center Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh. This magnificent heritage monument, now under the protection of the Archaeological Survey of India, stands as a testament to over 1,000 years of history and architectural brilliance. Perched majestically atop a 180-meter high hill, Chandragiri derives its name from Chandra, meaning moon, and Giri, meaning mountain, as the hill resembles a crescent moon. The early foundations, 11th century. Around the year 1000 CE, this fortress was first established by Immadi Narasimha Yadavaraya, a chieftain of the Yadava dynasty. For over 3 centuries, the Yadava Naidus ruled from this strategic hilltop fortress, transforming it into a powerful stronghold that controlled the surrounding regions. The Vijayanagara era. In 1367, Chandragiri's destiny changed dramatically when it came under the control of the mighty Vijayanagara Empire. This marked the beginning of its most glorious chapter in history. The fort gained unprecedented prominence during the reign of Saluva Narasimha Devaraya, becoming the fourth and final capital of the Vijayanagara Empire. The most illustrious connection to this fort comes through Emperor Krishna Devaraya, the greatest ruler of the Vijayanagara Empire, who spent his formative years here as a prince before his coronation at Penukonda. A historic document signing. One of the most significant events in Indian colonial history occurred within these walls in 1639, when the last Vijayanagara king, Sri Rangaraya II, signed the historic document granting the British East India Company the land needed to build Fort St. George in what would become modern-day Chennai. This momentous occasion took place in the Darbar Hall of the Raja Mahal, fundamentally changing the course of South Indian history. The Fort Complex. Chandragiri Fort is uniquely divided into two distinct sections, the Lower Fort and the Upper Fort. This division creates a fascinating architectural narrative that unfolds as we explore each section. The Lower Fort Royal Residences. The Lower Fort houses the primary attractions of the complex. Here stand the two magnificent palaces that represent the pinnacle of Vijayanagara architecture, the Raja Mahal, the King's Palace, and the Rani Mahal, the Queen's Palace. Raja Mahal. The three-storied Raja Mahal stands as one of the finest examples of Indo-Saracenic architecture from the Vijayanagara period. This imposing structure showcases remarkable engineering prowess, being constructed entirely of stone, brick, and lime mortar. The palace's crowning towers represent classic Hindu architectural elements, while their pyramidal design resembles temple shikaras. The central tower rises majestically through 2 stories, covering the Grand Darbar Hall, where royal ceremonies and important state functions once took place. The walls throughout the palace bear exquisite plaster and stucco decorations, showcasing the artistic refinement. Rani Mahal. Adjacent to the Raja Mahal stands the charming 2-storied Rani Mahal, built in the same architectural style as its grander counterpart. While more modest in size, the ground floor originally served as stables, while the upper floor provided residential spaces for the royal women. The Upper Fort. The Upper Fort, perched on the hilltop, represents the purely defensive aspect of the complex. This section features impressive ramparts, watchtowers, and bastions with arched parapets that provided commanding views of the surrounding landscape. The climb to the Upper Fort is demanding, but rewards visitors with breathtaking panoramic vistas and the opportunity to explore the historical ruins that dot the summit. The massive stone walls demonstrate the cyclopean masonry technique, with rectangular bastions strategically positioned to maximize defensive capabilities. Although access to this section is restricted for safety and conservation purposes, its imposing silhouette continues to dominate the skyline, reminding visitors of the fort's military significance. Sacred spaces within the fortress. Within the fort's walls lie the remains of ancient temples dedicated to both Shaivite and Vaishnavite deities. These structures serve as testament to the fort's role not just as a military stronghold but as a center of religious and cultural activity. Historical transitions. After the fall of the Vijayanagara Empire at the Battle of Talikote in 1565, Chandragiri continued to serve as a regional power center until 1646, when it was annexed by the Golconda Sultanate. Subsequently, it came under the rule of the Mysore Kingdom until 1792, after which it gradually faded into obscurity. Modern day. In the year 1921, this was notified as Ancient Monument and subsequently came under the control of Archaeological Survey of India as a protected monument of national importance. Today, the ASI is conserving and maintaining the monument to preserve its architectural heritage for future generations. The Archaeological Museum. Since 1988, the Raja Mahal has been transformed into an archaeological museum operated by the Archaeological Survey of India. This museum houses an extraordinary collection of stone sculptures from the Shaivite, Vaishnavite, and Jain traditions. Exquisite bronze pieces from the Chola, Vijayanagara, and post-Vijayanagara periods are on display. Among the most prized exhibits are life-sized replicas of Vijayanagara rulers, including statues of Krishnadeva Rai with his consorts Chinnadevi and Tirumala Devi, as well as representations of Achyutarai and Venkatapati Deva Maharaj. The museum also displays ancient weaponry, coins from the Vijayanagara period, historical documents, and bronze plates that provide insights into the administrative and cultural practices of the era.